Are you guys having fun? Huh? Come on. I cannot wait. I've been waiting a long time to have this moment. We've got 4 amazing rock stars that are on our revenue share team. And I want to thank Brent Gove so much and James for allowing this to happen. These guys have done so much for us. And, I mean, holy smokes, our friendships have just gotten deeper and deeper over the years with these guys. The first gentleman I want to introduce to come up here today, where do I start? I mean, he was one of the first agents that I spoke to about eXp, I believe early 2016. And didn't hesitate whatsoever. He was so excited to get here. And believe me, it wasn't easy in 2016. I mean, it was like a neighborhood. Gene always talks about this being built, like the roads and the streets. Everything's all messy, a new subdivision, right? And you're going to pick up nails and rocks. And, I mean, guys, you're going to have flat tires. And Clayton had more flat tires with getting started with eXp. I thought he was going to quit multiple times, but he didn't. And he persevered. And now this guy has literally 45 agents on his staff, 1,500 agents in his organization, and he's here to share with you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome my good friend Clayton Getz to the stage. Love you guys. Woo! Let's go, Clayton Getz. The next gentleman I want to introduce is an amazing father, completely committed to working out his physical fitness. I'm working on a few things that he's taught me, but as you can tell, it's not really working for me too well. I know it's diet, I know. But listen, Courtney has built an amazing team. He's a coach, he's a trainer. The guy is an inspiration to everybody that I know up north. He's got an office up there in 3 different markets that I know of in Alberta, yes. And I got to tell you, they're growing so fast. 87 agents in his organization, 50 agents on his team, over 3,500 homes sold in his career. Courtney Atkinson, welcome him to the stage, ladies and gentlemen. And he's like a linebacker. Next gentleman I want to talk about and get up here on the stage for you guys from Missouri. Probably had one of the toughest goes getting started with eXp. And I got to say, there's not too many people that can decide they're going to make a move. And when Adam Bailey and I talked to him about coming on board, and Brent did as well, he was so excited to join. He literally told his broker he was leaving, and his broker kept over 100 active listings. Who would have toughened that out and stuck it out? Who would have went right back and stay where you were? That's scary, right? Not for this stud. Matt Smith, over 36 agents on his team, 100 agents in his organization, coach, father, amazing rock star. And by the way, I think he's done Hard 75 3 times. Holy smokes. These guys are all on our team. And by the way, so was Michael Dougal earlier. So this is why our group is so big. I'm a big guy. They're big leaders. This is amazing. Last but not least to the stage, I've got a really good friend of mine. Her and her husband, Rodney, spent the last week in Tucson. Rodney and I were attempting to play golf and a member guest. Unfortunately, he drew a bad partner this week. I was no help to him. I might as well have been kicking the damn golf ball around. But no, seriously, Rodney's wife, Amanda, actually prepared these slides, by the way. I didn't even do that. Thank you, Amanda, for that. But Amanda she's a coach, she's a trainer, she is an amazing gal. These guys have sold over 3,000, I think 3,500 homes in their career. One of the top teams in Indianapolis, Indiana. 17 agents on their team, 126 agents in their organization. Amanda Hurd, come on up. So what we get to talk about today, you guys get your pens out, get your paper. If you want to know how to survive in a challenging market, there's so much experience up here on the stage. There's over 20,000 homes sold. 20,000. Did you guys pick that up? How many homes? Thank you. I just wanted to let you know that there is some knowledge up here that you're going to be able to get from these questions that I'm going to talk to them. First thing I want to do, though, is have them tell you a little bit more about themselves. Clayton, tell us a little bit about your market, where you're from, how many agents are on your team, and do your thing. Tell us a little bit more about Clayton.
Yeah. So we're Richmond, Virginia. We've got 45 agents and staff on the team. We did 161 million in sales last year, and for 2023, we're looking at 250 million is the goal. So we'll see where we land.
All right, let's hear it for Clayton Guest, baby. Come on. Courtney, tell us a little bit about you and your team and what's going on.
Yeah, you got it. We're in Lethbridge, Alberta, also Calgary. Medicine Hat, about 3 markets separated by 2 hours of driving, and 50 agents in total, so 20, and then massive growth in Calgary thanks to our team leader there, Cody. Cody's in the house here somewhere. And this past year, we did a little over 600 transactions. We were aiming for 1,000 this year, but I don't know if we're going to see that or not. We're really hoping for that. Lots of potential growth there. Just a great leadership team and great people all around, including my wife, Mel, who's my partner and COO.
Awesome. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Let's hear it for Courtney Atkinson. Matt Smith, tell us a little bit about you, your team, and your numbers.
Yeah, so I run the #1 team in the state of Missouri, according to Real Trends. In 2021, we had 18 agents that sold 767 units. Last year, we sold 730 units, even with the downturn. This year, we're on pace for about 900. I just got a note this morning. We had our best March ever for under contract this year in this market. So pretty amazing. It's all to my team. Got an amazing team. We have 35 agents right now. We service 3 markets because, believe it or not, we're in a very small town, so we had to stretch out. We average about 20% market share in our main market that we serve. And this year we're on pace for 900 homes.
Wow, dude. Who would like to have that market share? Come on. I'd have to have a team about 10 times the size. Oh my gosh, you guys are small but mighty. That's amazing. Good job, buddy. And this is a guy, again, 100 listings. Tell that story just real quick before we get to Amanda. Would you share that? Just the 100 listings and what he told you and what's happened since?
Yeah, so I was talking with Jeff and Adam to partner with this amazing company, eXp, just for the opportunity that I saw. My broker found out that I was leaving, and he pulled me in his office, and he said, so I need you to turn your key in. You have till 5 p.m., get your stuff, and get out. I'm like, okay, this sounds good. And as I'm walking out the door, he says, wait a minute, I got one more thing. It was actually 97 listings, close to 100.
It was 97.
But he said, those 97 listings that you have, I own them as the broker. Don't call them. Don't talk to them. They're mine. Good luck.
But he's still here.
Best decision I ever made. Funny, I wish I had slides for this because the building that we were in that we worked with that company, guess who's selling the building now because they're out of business?
Oh, come on, baby. Come on, doctor. Okay, I'm sure this might get edited out, but I'm going to say it. Karma's a bitch. So, Amanda, tell us a little bit about you.
Yes, so we're in Indianapolis, Indiana, central Indiana, for those of you who aren't aware of where Indiana is. Everybody's like, where's that? Southwest Florida as well. We've got 17 agents, and we'll be over 200 this year, and we were 150 last year. The goal is to get back to 100 million, so we're going to get there.
Awesome stuff. Thank you, Amanda. So, obviously, we know we're in a market that is, it's been a struggle for some. You guys you're all just amazing rock stars. You've been there, you've done that, you've got the t-shirt, so to speak. I know it's a cliche, but 3 biggest struggles that you can think of right now since this market downturn that you're all facing. If you could kind of give us a couple and then how you're dealing with them and just what you're talking to your agents about their mindset and how to navigate this, because you guys have all been here. You've done that. So Clayton, would you mind?
Yeah, so I actually messaged my director of operations this morning. I was like, so what's the biggest challenge that you guys are facing right now? And I said 3 biggest challenges, and he said inventory, and inventory, right? So the way that we are addressing that is just increasing activities. You know, there's no secret to success in this business, right? So we've doubled down. I think the other challenge with our agents is mindset. You know, when you're losing competitive listing after competitive listing after competitive listing, it's keeping your agents or our agents' mindset in the right place. And so the biggest challenge for us is number 1, inventory. Number 2, mindset, and I would say number 3 is just hiring more of the right people. So that's our three biggest challenges.
Awesome. Thanks for that. Courtney?
Yeah, we feel strongly that how you're being is going to be reflected in what you're doing. So we're focusing intently on our agents on our team. And for those of y'all that are interested in agent attraction, I mean, it's the same kind of thing. Look in your organization. There's people that need you. They need your love. They need your attention. And we're just giving it. I mean, I'm doing things just like hanging around the office more than I did before because I want to lift people up. You know, look at Gene and Brent and Jeff. I mean, who doesn't get hyped when these guys are around? I'm trying to be like a mini version of those guys, right? For the people that I support. And we all need that. Second thing for us is around conversion. You know, I don't see a decrease in opportunity for us, but I do see a lot more hesitation. And so we're focusing a lot on giving our agents scripts and information that they can use to get people off the fence. I strongly believe through the markets that we've been over the years, which have been, you know, gosh, in the time that most of the U.S. has been in a strong run, we've been in 3 or 4 buyers markets. You can get people off the fence if you have data and you sit down and think about the motivations that people have to make moves. And you'll always find a way, but you have to have scripts for the 3 or 4 scenarios that most people find themselves in. When you have that, you can have meaningful conversations with families that are gonna get them moving. And you'll be doing them a great service because it's what they want anyway. So those are the 2 things that we've been focusing on, primarily conversion scripts and really just focusing on being the best versions of ourselves that we can be.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Matt?
Yeah, so we all know that we're all new agents in this new market, right? If you don't, write that down because you are. I don't care how long you've been in the business, you have to treat this new market like you're a new agent. And so you hear this in every room that you are in. If you're anyone that wants to learn in this business, is you have to do more activity. You have to go back to the basics, master the fundamentals, right? So that's goes without saying. But I wanted to go a little deeper on the why behind the what. I feel like agents get stuck in, well, you're just telling me to call more people. Like Courtney said, what are you actually saying? Are you calling the right people? And so I think, number one, for team leaders and for agents both, they're missing vision. So as a team leader, have you displayed what that vision is, why they're making those calls, who they're going to call, what they're going to say, and why they're going to say it? As an example, we had an offsite recently, state of the company type meeting, and one of the things that I painted the vision is we are way more than a real estate company, and what we are building is way bigger than just buying and selling homes. And I said, so look at these iconic brands. One of them I used as reference was Harley Davidson. That's not just a motorcycle company. It's a way of life. And what makes Harley Davidson and companies like that different? There's people that have tattoos of them walking around doing advertisement for those companies because they're way more than just a motorcycle company. And so I said, my vision is that we become so great and so amazing doing and impacting so many people's lives that people start having tattoos.
Can we get that beach henna person up here? I'll get a Matt Smith tattoo right
I
here.
have a team member that is back there that has her first tattoo.
Sweet.
So that vision came to life. So I think having that vision, and also as an agent, you need the vision of why you're doing what you're doing, right? Like I could sit up here and say, hey, make more calls. But why are you making those calls? Really dig deep in yourself and have that vision. And I think the next thing is culture and community. Like the amazing community that Brent has built that we're all here for, right? Do you have that in your organization? Are they inspired to do what they need to do? Are they inspired to make those more dials? Are they inspired to have that activity that is needed? And then last, I think, would be just follow up. Lead flow is down across the industry, right? And if you don't have more leads, how do you sell more homes? Get better at converting the people already in your database, right? Those scripts and dialogues, the fortune is in the follow-up. The problem is, as agents, we didn't have to follow up for the last 3 years, and we forgot how. And so focus on the follow-up. That's where the fortune is. You don't have to rely on new leads because the money is already in your database.
That's awesome. Honestly, that's 1 second. Mary Maloney, where's she at? How about a hand for Mary for what she just did up here? I mean, but I got to steal something that she said. Can I get an amen on a weekday? Yeah. That was good stuff. Amanda.
Yes,
Sorry.
I would absolutely agree with the follow-up. But I would say the biggest struggles, clearly a little bit low inventory, but skill set is something, and I'm hearing you guys say the same thing. But what are the skills needed, right? Do you know how to ask better questions? Do you know how to ask the right questions? So you're hearing the same theme. And with agents who've been in, I think yesterday there was a lot of you that have been here under 5 years. Is that correct? Right? So do you have the skill set needed to win a listing? Do you have the skill set needed to actually tap into your sphere and dig deep and they're hearing all this fear on the media, interest rates, et cetera, low inventory, price decreases, price increases, et cetera. So you have to be a leader in that moment. So we are focusing on building leaders, even with our individual agents, and making sure they understand that don't get in the rabbit hole of the news. You can't control what you can't control, but you need to be a shining light on your clients, on your teammates, on your peers here, and truly have that collaboration and lift them up. So that's the skill set we're banging into our agents and making sure that they understand you have to be a leader in this moment, and then definitely taking them through the paces of better systems, better processes, and different systems and processes with this market.
By the way, I heard this firsthand when Rodney and I were in between golf rounds and we're at the house. Amanda's on the phone. She's preaching. I mean, it's amazing. She was like, every day was church at our house for her real estate team because she had them on the other line. I'm like, I thought you came out here to mess around. She goes, no time for that. So no, that's good stuff. Clayton, tell you what, I'd like to we're about halfway through. I would like you to go a little deeper, if you could, on piggybacking on what Amanda just said, skill set. How does somebody get that skill set? Like, where do I learn to be a better real estate agent?
Well, get in the room, like this, right? So proximity matters. Getting in the right rooms. If you get in a room and it's not the right room, go get in another room. Go to events, right? So that's how you do that. But I want to actually kind of piggyback on what Matt was saying because I think it's so important. And I know we've got a lot of solo. How many solo agents do we have in the house today? Yeah, a bunch. Okay, how many team leaders? Okay, yeah, cool. So just to kind of speak to both of those demographics, what Matt was saying was so important is because everything rises and falls with leadership, and so vision matters. And so I'd love to hear what your vision statement is, your mission, your purpose for your company. But ours is to improve lives, families, and communities. There's nothing in there about real estate. So when we talk about keeping our agents motivated in this business, it's about helping them become the best versions of themselves. But you can't help your agents become the best versions of themselves unless you do what first? Unless you are working on becoming the best version of yourself. So we actually believe that we have a personal development company first, then a real estate company second. So core values, the purpose of our company, and then pushing out everybody that comes into our world. I wish we could actually push all of our eXp partners through this filter as well, but everybody that comes into our world at Mission Realty, we push through this core value and through this mission statement filter so that we know that they're a good fit. So we're hiring a lot of people that are self-managed and self-motivated. Occasionally somebody that will come through that we have to hold their hand and nurture along, but they're a good culture fit, which to your point is huge. And then we find that we don't have to do a whole lot of training if we push them through that filter first.
That's really good stuff. Matt, would you share your mission statement?
So I have a mission statement, but I think what's more relevant here is we started running the EOS model, and one of the things that we need to do is, and that is, what is your core focus as a company? My leadership team came up with this without me. I sat on my hands on purpose to see what they would come up with. And our core focus as a real estate company is changing lives. And so that's what we focus on every single day is how can we impact more people? How can we change more lives with our clients, with our community, with the agents and the people that we serve? Because we have that servants mentality.
Hey, Matt, I know we use EOS, but for those that are not familiar with EOS, what's it stand for?
Entrepreneurial Operating System.
Okay. And then how would they find out about EOS?
I think it's eosworldwide.com.
Yeah, and then the book Traction?
Yeah, Traction.
Awesome. Courtney.
Reps. You got to get repetitions. One of the things
He does some reps. Look at those. Look, you see his arms? Oh my God!
You had to put me next to him.
Well, he came out and hugged me. I thought I was getting tackled. I thought I was still playing football.
It's all about mental health. I just do it at the gym. That's all. That's that part of being that we're talking about before. I mean, that's foundational for everyone. But really, it's about reps. When you join our team and our organization, we get people on the phones within the first few days, making calls, just practicing, and we audit those. We listen to those, and we practice as a team. I want to hear what people are saying. I want to hear their tonality. I want to hear their ambition. Are they standing up, or are they sitting down? Is your energy all beat? Are you making your dials early in the day when you're fired up and people are picking up at 8 o'clock in the morning? Or are you making dials at noon when everybody's bagged in at lunch? Like, these things matter. Having reps matters, and having somebody to role play to make sure that you're saying the right things the right way, getting people off the fence into action is critical because you're not getting as many at-bats right now as you were getting last year. The ones that you get, you got to be good. And if you're great, to Amanda's point, at asking amazing questions and taking your clients on that journey of self-discovery, and you've got solutions, and you care, it's game over.
I love that part. Shortest course in selling. I've always said it's ask questions and listen. They'll tell you what to say, or they'll tell you how to respond, but you got to ask the questions, don't you?
100%.
Amanda, what can you piggyback on this subject? Because
Yeah,
I know
would
you
say-
can.
Yeah, skill set conversation, right? Having that fierce conversation, like I said, teaching people how to have better conversations. If you don't know how to mirror, match, and pace, and you don't know what that is, you should be doing that. That's how you're going to build rapport extremely quick, right? Be human is the biggest thing. Do not go into a buyer presentation or a listing presentation and have that same presentation. And we hear this about attraction too, right? So make that connection with them. Something I say, and I probably heard somebody in here say it, is, where are you at and where do you want to be, right? Whether it's a buyer, a seller, an agent that you're attracting, where are you at? And tell me a little bit about where you want to be. Boom, what comes out of that? Their motivation, right? And they are giving you everything you need in order to carry that conversation forward and dig deeper. It's about acknowledging and digging deeper. So it truly comes down to the conversations, the discipline, and like you said, the reps. And I feel like a lot of people these days don't have discipline. Would you guys agree? So the biggest thing too is create that ideal weekly schedule. Bob Corcoran taught me that years ago, and stick to it. There's an amazing book I'll mention in a second that can change your lives, but I'll hold on because I know that.
Well, no, I want you to mention that book right now. You just teased everybody with that.
Yeah.
What is this book?
Well, that was my little, keep people in the room.
That was a segue. She knows where we're going.
Keep them in the room. So with that, there's a book, and many of you probably have heard of it, 12-week year, but have you executed on it, right? This is what I've coached on this.
Say that again. For
12-week year.
12-week year. Write that down.
We've coached on this for the last 2 years. Our team has embraced it. It's a little struggle in the beginning because it's going to make you sit down and figure out what is your vision, right? What is your why? But what is the struggle, right? If you guys ever struggle to find out your why, think about the pain, right? The pain, because a lot of us, it's where we don't want to be, as opposed to maybe we can't see where we want to be. You guys would agree with that, I'm sure. So 12-week year will walk you through that piece, but it also brings it down to all your goals are within a 12-week period, and that is 1 year. So talk about a sense of urgency, right? So when you're looking at how many calls should I make in a day, a week, or a month, how about a year? How many calls should I be making in 12 weeks? How many deals am I going to sell? How many agents am I going to attract? So that book right there can take you through a lot of this discipline. I think post-COVID, kind of all of us lost that discipline for a minute. So buy the book, reach out to me if you want help on implementing it, because that's the biggest piece, right? You have to put it into action.
Super, super good stuff. Clayton, give us in a minute or less 2 books that made a major impact on your life besides the Bible, because I know the Bible is a huge book for you. It's the biggest book in the world, right?
Anything John Maxwell, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership.
Okay.
And it's traction. I mean, it's no traction in the follow-up book, Rocket Fuel. No book has had a bigger impact on my business than those 2 books combined.
You still practicing EOS every day?
Oh, yeah.
Every week?
All of our businesses,
Yeah?
yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
I know that we run it, and it's been a game changer. Allowed us to go to Puerto Rico and live for a year and not be in Tucson and run our team. So I'm telling you, if you're running a team, you better be looking into EOS because it's everything. And Daniel Beer, I watched him do a session on that, and I know he's not here right now, but I literally went to one of Cheplack's event and listened to Daniel break it down, and it woke me up. I never even thought about it, but it's a game changer. Courtney.
Yeah, I've got to, I coach on the principle that excellence happens at the intersection of being and doing. And so I love books that will teach me how to do new things, no question, but I feel like there's too much information in a lot of ways. And I feel like execution is really where the magic happens. And to Amanda's earlier point, it's really, really difficult to execute when your mind is not right. And I think COVID was really challenging for a lot of us. I can say that it was really challenging for me. And I made a decision very early on that I was just going to get down to it and get in the best shape of my life. And I'm still fortunate to be carrying a little bit of that. But it was really just a mental health ploy to get through what was going to be a really difficult time. So I'm so grateful I did that, which was, by the way, when I joined eXp. So the books that I'm going to share with you are based on being a better version of yourself. The first one, I really like. It's just called The Happiness Advantage. It just talks about the psychology and the benefit of just living a happy frickin' life. It's not complex, but it's very interesting the way that being happy can impact so many things. And there's lots of data-driven information in there that's really cool. So I love that one. And another one that's pretty cool for me is called The Untethered Soul by an author named Michael Singer. It's just all right.
Man, you're making me proud. Keep going, brother.
Yeah,
Come on.
It's so important to me just to be able to let go of outcomes. Like, we spend so much time goal setting. We spend so much time dreaming. And we have this target. And it's so easy to forget just to live in this moment. That, like, look, I'm on a stage with these badasses. Come on, like, this is pretty cool. Like, I want to pull up my camera and take a selfie right now, right? And so, the other.
We're going to do that at the end. We're all going to turn around like this.
Yeah, do you guys mind if we do that? Come on. And so this book really speaks to that and that philosophy of just being present and knowing how to just let go.
Awesome. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, so I want to go back to follow-up really quickly. I'll make this super quick. If you don't believe me on follow-up, here is the proof. My team bought in to follow-up, and we scripted, we practiced, we had the discipline, we role-played, we practiced one script, and that was it, and we just got laser-focused. In 4 days' time, we set 100 appointments, all with people already in our database, not new leads, in 4 days.
Come on.
It works. So follow-up is key, but you have to have that focus. So let's go back to the book. So my favorite book of all time by Tim Grover is called Relentless. It's a classic one, but it's great. You heard it from all of these rock stars, that everything happens with mindset. You have to take care of you first. Real estate is a byproduct of who you are, right? It's not who you are. It's what you do. And so you have to be the best version of yourself. When I read that book, I'm like, holy crap, I'm not crazy. There's other people that think like me, right? So it made me realize that I'm not abnormal. And I think a book that I've read recently that really helped me with leadership is and culture is The Power of a Positive Team by John Gordon. If you want to build a culture, that is a great book to build a culture on.
Awesome. Amanda.
I will quickly mention the rest. 5 Dysfunctions of a Team. If you're building a team, amazing. That created our culture, mission, vision, integrity, just everything about our team. So 5 Dysfunctions of a Team. And then one that is basically, I think, a game changer for personally, business, everything is Emotional Intelligence 2.0. That's something that, if you're going through anything in your life, you could read this book 5 different times, and you're going to become more self-aware. So it's a great relationship book. It's a great way to manage yourself. So those are 2 quick ones. And then Ninja Selling for production. So agents,
love it. And the
Ninja Selling. Author it, own it, and you will rise. That book will give you the playbook. Go for it.
This is success leaving you all clues, right? I mean, come on, 20,000 homes sold up here. So one last thing. We're getting real short on time, but this is a really, really important thing for people that are in the audience today that are not with eXp yet. Clayton, why should they join eXp?
So let me tell you why you shouldn't join eXp. If you're in the room and you're considering joining eXp, if you are not ready to just take massive accountability, like, look, guys, if you're not where you want to be in this business today, whose fault is that? What? Who? Yeah, I mean, guys, so that's really why you shouldn't join. I can't stand excuses. And so if you're ready to take 100% responsibility for your business, for your life, then there's no better model. There's no, all the opportunity is here. If you're that person, then this will change your life. Life happened to me last year, just like it's gonna happen to all of us. I had to take most of the year off just to deal with some personal issues. And this business was the blessing that was able to pull us through that. So if you're that kind of person, man, like let's lock arms, let's go.
My wife and I, Melanie, believe strongly in building community. And we have a really, really good team. And we're a really good couple. And it was really weird for us. Jeff and Brent brought us down to Vegas. We're like, first of all, who brings people to a place to check out a real estate brokerage? That's
My
crazy.
buddy does.
These guys do. And for those of you that are here, I was like, is this even for real? Like, who gave everybody in this room the script on how to be a community? Because ain't nobody can do it this well.
Come on.
Yeah. And we were like...
Yeah, give yourselves a hand. That's a big thing.
That's everyone in this room. Yeah, that's you. We could not believe what it felt like. And it's funny to me, I heard this echoed by 2 great guys that we brought into eXp, Tarek and Abe. If you're in the room, give a wave. They've just come over, and Abe said to me last night at dinner, he's like, Courtney, It's true, and you don't believe it until you feel it. You have to be here to feel it. And when people tell you, you don't quite know what they're talking about until you're here. It's true, believe it. Every person in this room, if I called them, they would help me with my business. Every one of you, if you called me, I would help you with their business. One team, one dream.
Matt, real quick, 15 seconds or less.
So financial alignment is my answer. If you believe proximity is power, look around. Everyone in this room will help you build your business. You want to hear about how we did our follow-up? Come find me. I will give you the playbook. It's success leaves clues. You want to be around the right people. When you're around the right people, great things happen.
Yeah, I would agree. And the ownership is the game changer that makes this collaboration possible. 100%. Top producers in this room, everyone will help you. And the other thing is the intangible. There will be doors open in eXp that you can't even think of right now.
And one last thing, thank you for that. One last thing, I just think because of the times, we need to ask ChatGPT what they think about joining eXp. I think she's thinking.
She's thinking.
Real estate agents should join eXp Realty for a variety of reasons. eXp Realty offers agents a unique opportunity to join a cloud-based brokerage that provides agents with the tools and resources they need to succeed. Agents can take advantage of eXp Realty's innovative technology, such as its virtual office environment, which allows agents to work from anywhere. Additionally, eXp Realty offers agents a generous revenue sharing program, which allows agents to earn a percentage of the company's profits. Finally, eXp Realty provides agents with access to a global network of agents, allowing them to collaborate and share best practice.
Let's go.
I think that's a mic drop, but I won't drop it. Thank you. Thanks to our rock star panels. Hey, everybody on their feet. We want to take a selfie. All right, get in here.